Okay. Okay, hi everyone! In honor of Halloween, we would like to say Happy Halloween. This is for my dog Ramen, who is a pumpkin. And my other dog, come here, Boom. Otherwise known as Batman. Look at this cape. Say Happy Halloween, buddy. Happy Halloween! Thank you. Okay, so it's almost Halloween time. I hope that all of you have gotten some fun costumes and will enjoy yourself this weekend. So our video today will be relatively short. I want us to focus on simple present tense endings and nouns that have this S, this pluralization of S. This S actually has 3 different sounds, right? So just as a quick reminder, for simple present tense, right? For pronouns he, she, and it, we must change the verb 3 ways, right? The verb will either become with an S ending, with an ES ending, or an IES ending, right? I can make a separate video if you'd like to discuss the rules, but today's focus is really just on the pronunciation. So we have 3 categories. In the next slide, I'm going to show you how to figure out which sound to use with the ending. Which one do I use? In the simple present tense verbs, or the nouns, they take on 3 different categories, which we need to review. The first category are sibilant sounds or consonants. In this category, we use the is sound for the ending. So these first 3 are actually quite similar in this sound. Sibilant sounds, you can think of, it sounds like a hissing sound, like a snake, or a buzzing sound, like a zzz. So if I say, for example, dance, she dances with her husband, or the boy misses his mom, right? Or for a noun, the bus, there are 2 buses, right? Or the mechanic fixes his car. Or the fly buzzes around my head. Or, for example, watch, watches. Or he washes his hands. Or the man changes the light bulb, right? So for all these sounds, there is no shortcut. You just have to memorize these. I promise you, with the simple past ED endings, it will be much easier because we only have to focus on these 2 categories, the voiceless and the voiced. But for the S endings, there's unfortunately 3. So let's move on. Just like we talked about in the previous video, we need to focus on voiceless consonants, which we do not feel any vibration, and the voice, which we can feel moving. So because the sound is softer, you can connect that with the voiceless. Whereas the z is louder, right, and stronger, it's connected to the voiced. So let's look at some examples. Think of the verb like stop. The policeman stops the man or the woman. Or look, she looks at the ocean. Or if it's a noun, think of book. I have 10 books, right? Or the cats are walking on the street. Or the man jumps off the cliffs. Let's see, she laughs. She laughs at the funny joke. Or there are a lot of charts and graphs on the board, right? These are all voiceless examples. The last category are voiced. So again, it has that strong z sound, right? For example, the d, the dads are playing golf. Or with this B sound, right? Rub, she rubs lotion on her skin. Or G, the woman has a lot of bags, right? Or this NG, think of to sing, ng. The woman sings beautifully. Or the L ending, She calls her mom. Or the M ending. The woman dreams of a better job. Or the N ending. He cleans his room. Or V, love, right? He loves his daughter. This last category is interesting because with the voice sounds, we actually also include vowel sounds, including, like, for example, to see, right? What you hear is the vowel sound E. So he sees his son. Or anything with the Y ending, right? Like, for example, play. He plays the guitar, right? Or borrow. Oh, he borrows $20 from me. Okay? So what we're going to do next is I'm going to have some sentences on the board with with plural nouns and also with verbs that require these S endings. I'm going to give you some time. I want you to pause the video, try to see which sound it belongs to, the is, the s, or the z sound. And then you can unpause the video to see what the answers are, okay? So I'm going to give you about maybe 6 sentences. You can try it out for yourself. And then if you have any questions, please ask me. Afterwards, as a review from the vocabulary we have been studying in our pronunciation class, I will have them up here as a review to help you remember, okay? 1 second. So try to use the is, the s, and the z ending to tell me which one we use for each of the underlined words. Afterwards, I'm going to reveal the answers. I'll show you 2 on the board at a time. So first, try to complete this. Pause the video, and then when you're ready, unpause the video and I will reveal the answers. So pause. Let's review the answers. So, students is a voiceless sound, right? So students is the S sound. Students drive their voiced. Their cars, 2 different school voiced. For their classes. Classes is actually the IZ sound, right? Because it's a hissing sound. Right? My dog, it vibrates, it's voiced. So my dog loves eating bone. This N is voice. So bones and look. Voiceless looks at the buses. Buses drive by, the home vibrates. Homes. Let's take a look at another 2 examples. Okay, this is number 3 and 4. I would like you to do the same thing in seeing how to pronounce the underlined words. Please take a moment to pause the video and I will reveal the answers once you're ready. Okay, let's take a look. How are you doing so far? Hopefully it's not too bad. It takes practice, right? So I know Caroline teach. That's one of those strange sibilant sounds, right? So teaches us new vocabulary word. It vibrates. So words to help us express ourselves. Ourselves. Right? We hike mountain. And it also vibrates, right? We hike mountains and jump off cliff. No vibration. Cliffs. My dog play. Remember, this is a vowel sound. If it's a vowel sound, then I use Z. Plays in the water. I'm going to give you 2 more examples to practice, okay? Okay, you're doing great. I have 2 more examples for you that I want you to finish. So once you're ready, please press pause and tell me which sound follows the underlined word. When you're ready, we'll review the answers. Okay, here we go. So the doctors say, right, well, before the S, say has an A vowel sound. So the doctor says to take different vitamin, is a vibration, right? It's actually a voice consonant, different vitamins. Change, oh, it's one of those strange ones, right? Changes. The prescription and prescriptions to help me feel better. Because of Halloween, right? The scary ghost. Silent, right? Or not silent, voiceless. So ghosts, the scary ghost, move the curtain and vibrates. Curtains and lights. Light. Voiceless, scary ghosts move the curtains and lights in the rooms. I hope you did okay. If you need more help, let me know. The very last part of the video, we're going to review the vocabulary, 10 words each week, right, in our class. We're going to review the words to make sure the pronunciation is correct and that the verb definitions are also remembered correctly, okay? Okay, class, I want to conclude with a review of the 10 vocabulary words we learned last week, right? In any class I teach, whether it's beginner, intermediate, advanced, composition, writing, reading, speaking, everything is enhanced, it is improved through the use of vocabulary, right? It allows you to express yourself on a bigger scale. Otherwise, we feel very limited by what we can say to people, even though we have brilliant ideas, right? So, in effort to remember, I want to review these words, say them aloud, and briefly talk about the definition. So, persevere. Persevere. It is a verb. It means to continue pushing, right? To continue working for something and never giving up, right? For example, in this class, you persevere every day by coming to school, by studying at home, by watching these videos, right? You continue to amaze me by how much you persevere, right? Our second word, coincidence. Coincidence is a noun. It means something that was not planned, like 2 events that were not planned that happened. So for example, I am going to Paris tomorrow, I wish, and you are going to Paris tomorrow. And we happen to see each other on the same plane, the same airplane, but we did not tell each other. We say, what a coincidence, right? Or sometimes you go shopping at the store and you see your friend, but you did not tell each other. You say, wow, what a coincidence. I didn't know you would be here. The next word, vague. Vague. It's an adjective. It means not very clear, not very specific. It's very general. So if you ask me, for example, how do you fix a broken computer? I tell you, you just fix it. That's a vague answer. It's not specific. It's not detailed. It's not really giving me clear instructions, right? It's vague. Okay, number 4, devour. Devour means to consume, eat. Think of like a vacuum. You just take everything, right? You can also devour books, like read, consume, use books, right? But usually devour, think of like Thanksgiving is coming up, right? When you're so hungry, you devour food very quickly. Numerous is an adjective. Numerous means many, like a lot. So if you're very busy with work and your friend asks you, oh, can you go to lunch with me? And you say, oh, I want to, I'm sorry, but I have numerous meetings that I need to attend, right? Number 6, skeptical. Skeptical is an adjective. It means you don't trust someone. They say, hey, do you want this new Tesla car for $100? You're like, no way, that's too good of a deal, right? You are skeptical. Number 7, introverted. Think of these two, they go together, in and out. Introverted usually has to do with people that like to be alone, right? For example, maybe at the party, they don't socialize, they don't talk to a lot of people because they're more to themselves, they're introverted. Extroverted is the guy who is the center of attention at the party, right? Very social, talking to everyone. Both of these are adjectives. Number 9 is reminisce. Reminisce. Reminisce is a verb. It means to think about your past in a very fond way, in a very happy way. So for example, when I think of Christmas, from when I was a child, when I reminisce, I think of snow falling, Christmas presents, right? Family gatherings. I have very happy memories from my childhood. Number 10 is determined. Determined is an adjective. It means nothing will stop you. You are motivated and there's nothing that will get in your way. So you are determined, students, for watching this video, for attending the classes, right? You continue to persevere, even though there are obstacles, right? It's very important to be determined in your work, in your school, in your life if you want to succeed. I hope this has helped you some. If you have any questions, let me know. And in our next video, we're going to be talking about the simple past tense ed endings, right? Because we have the t, d, and id. But I promise you it's going to be easier than the simple present, what we review today. Okay, I hope you have a lovely Halloween, eat lots of candy, and have a blast watching some scary movies in the dark. Okay, I will see you soon. Bye!